Well, we're obviously going to play a really good football team, and we're we have our plan in place and practicing well. We think that without question that this will be one of the best teams we play this year, and got great respect for them, and are working hard to play our best game.
First, we have Edgar Townsend of the Orlando Sentinel.
Yeah. Hey, Coach. From an outsider's perspective, not knowing all the injuries or not being as in tune with the inside the program stuff, do you think the perception was Missouri was maybe a bit in over its head last year in the SEC?
Oh, I don't know. That was last year. I don't know. It is what it is. So it's just a different year. So we're just compete and try to continue to earn some respect and playing our best each and every week.
Well, did you feel the team maybe needed to get a little more physical on the line?
Oh, no. We didn't do anything different than we did a year ago. We did nothing different in terms of getting bigger linemen or getting stronger or getting no, not at all. Nothing different at all than we've ever done.
Well, you hired a new coordinator, so it seemed like maybe you wanted to try something a little different there.
No, the reason I hired somebody within my offense different is because our quarterback coach went to another place. Okay, so he left on his own. I wish he would have stayed, and Josh Henderson's doing a good job here.
Are you guys running as much empty sets and things like that, though?
Not as many.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Next is Chip Howard of KZNE Radio.
Gary, are there things that you can't do with Matt just because of inexperience that James obviously knew so much more about your offense?
Well, we're just going to run our offense, our system, that we do. He's been practicing it all since spring football, so he's got a lot of good players around him that are that are experienced, and hopefully they play better, and it'll help him play better. But he's working real hard, and he's excited about the opportunity and understands obviously we're playing against a great defense. But we're going to just run our offense.
What jumps out at you when you look at Florida's defense?
They just got great ability. I thought there'd be a drop off this year because they lost so many players, so I was kind of disappointed. They have a great scheme that they play, and you have to be very talented to do that, and they are. You got to be able to play man coverage, which they do a very good job of across the board, and they're very good up front. They're front 6 people or 7 people, depending what formation you have on. So they're just a very, very well coached, athletic team, and don't make very many mistakes.
Thank you.
Next is
welcome.
Jason Lee, Palm Beach Post. Go ahead, Jason.
Gary, I'm curious, what do you think of Florida's defensive end, Dante Fowler, number 6?
He's very quick, explosive. He gets up, put a lot of pressure on you. Obviously, offensive tackles have had a lot of difficulty blocking him coming off the corner, and just really, really very physical player and very athletic, which creates a lot of problems.
And with the start that you guys have had and coming off such a big win, what kind of atmosphere do you expect to have at home on Saturday?
Well, I think it'll be a great atmosphere. I don't think there's no question about it. It usually is. I mean, we certainly, I think our fans are excited, like any fans, when you start league play and and the SEC schools start coming in. And they obviously, have great respect for Florida too, and the tradition they have there. So, I think it'll be a great environment.
Next is Pat Dooley, the Gainesville Sun.
Yeah, Gary, could you just talk about the luxury of having so many seniors in your starting lineup and what that means for you guys this year?
Yeah, I think about half of them are seniors. It's even more so than that. We just have a really good senior group. It's a very special group of players, and we're very I think it was a group of guys. Last year was the first time we lost in I think 8 or 9 years, and it was the guys that really wanted to get back to winning, and it's been really important to them. So their leadership has been as good as we've ever had, and their determination, and that's very, very proud of them, as a group.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Edward Ashoff of ESPN.com.
Hey, Gary, can you just talk about your first impressions of seeing Matty, whether it was in high school or when he first got on campus, that really impressed you? I know a lot of guys compared him to Brad Smith, the way that he knew the offense.
Well, he ran a very similar offense when he was in high school. So it was, I think, when he came here, I think the similarities, worked in his favor without question. But he's like a playmaker type player. He's a guy that can, extend the play, but yet he's going to be playing against people. Obviously, he's never played against, in a starting role, but I thought he handled himself real well that the fourth quarter against Georgia when he was thrown in there. All of a sudden you stand on the sidelines and you're in. But yet, he's all quarterbacks are a little bit different. They have their own personalities. They have the things that they do a little bit better, maybe than another, or a little different than the other. And he's probably kind of unique in his own style.
And talk about the challenge that he faces having to play Florida's defense, the number one defense in the SEC in his first start.
Yeah, maybe it might be the best defense in the country. Who knows? So not only in the SEC. So I don't think you can worry about that. I don't think you do that. I think you got to trust the people around you, obviously. And they give them some time to throw. And can we run the ball? And can we make some plays? And that's been the challenge against everybody that's played Florida. Those things are very difficult. But I think you got to just focus on himself and understand that he's concerned about himself playing and trusting the people around him.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Next is Zach Ellis of Sports Illustrated.
Coach, this current stretch that you're in, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, could really be kind of defining as to where you guys belong in the SEC. I mean, can you tell me how important this current stretch is for your team?
Well, I think every game's important, and I think that obviously in our division, the three highest-ranked teams, and expectation-wise, are those teams that got great programs. They've had consistency, and they're important. But really, you take them one at a time. And I had nothing to do with them being right in a row. It could have been spread out different ways, or home or away. Or you play your schedule, and that's the next one up, and that's where our focus is. And understand that. We're playing a great team, and there's much other great teams we're going to have to play as the season goes on.
Next is Danny Brewer, the Rutherford Reader.
Coach, when you look at the standings for the SEC East and you see Missouri on top, he's got to make you awful proud, doesn't it?
Well, honestly, I haven't looked at the standings. I've been focusing on Florida. I'll start looking at the film with them on Sunday, and there's no time to be looking at standings. So, no, we're just taking every week at a time. This is week 7 for us, and our goal is to prepare and play our best, give our best effort and performance every week. That's our to try to get that done with a high level of focus and understanding that we're going to play great football teams.
Is that grounded approach, you think, helped you guys this year?
Maybe it has. I don't know. I think more than anything has been our senior leadership that's probably been doing the best. So, I don't know. We just we're playing a little better. I think we're giving great effort. I think we're a mentally tough football team, and just proud of us thus far. But season's only half over.
Coach, appreciate it. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
This is Ty Lebo of Sports Radio 18.
Hey, Coach, I know you're not all the way through preparations yet, but what have you gotten so far from Matty? Have you gotten good vibes from him? Is he ready for this big first start for him in the SEC?
Well, yeah, I think he is. I mean, I hope he is. He's practicing well, so we expect him to. What he's got to do is just not worry about expectations. He needs to go out and execute play after play, go from one play, and then go to the next and go to the next and take it one play at a time. That's how he should do it, and that's the best way to quarterback. It always is, and he certainly has a lot on his shoulders here. But I think thinking about that doesn't help him play better. I think what he has to do is go out and be himself, and go out and play, and not be afraid to make mistakes, and just get out and compete. And I think that's one of the things. I think he's a great competitor, and we need to see that on the field.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet.
Coach, we'll finish you up with Chris Lowe at ESPN.
Hey, Gary, as productive as your offense has been, I guess 38 points in every game you played, I wonder what level your defense is playing at right now, in particular your two ends.
Well, I think defensive front-wise we've been pretty good. I mean, we've given up some big plays in games. We've been fortunate to be ahead where people are throwing a lot at the end. But I think we're doing okay. We've been opportunistic. I think we've been pretty good in holding people to threes. I think that's been important for us. I think that I think we're certainly can get better. Reduce some big plays. It's hard to be a great defense if you give up too many big plays. But yet, it's going to be important this week. Obviously, we're playing a team that's leads the league in time possession, and they run the ball well, and so we certainly have our challenges.
Do you have any better feel for will EJ be able to play this week, Gary?
I don't discuss injuries after Monday.